Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Got something a little bit different today on account of there being no clan wars this week, so we've got to make do. I have a new Kaiju meat grinder build, which is an odd choice. Basically, I made it earlier today and I am going to test it out today in PvP. And if it's any good, then I will run it in Clan Wars next week. So this isn't actually a joke build, this could actually be pretty good in Clan Wars. The reason for it, I'll go on the meat grinders first. So spider legs in the current meta of Clan Wars aren't really any good at all. The greeders are fast, so they're good at pushing hovers, but they have basically no traction, so that as soon as a dog is on your side, you cannot push him off and you're screwed. So greeders are good against hovers, terrible against dogs. Bygrams are good against dogs. They have the traction and the power to push them about, but they're slow in like mode 45, very slow actually against hovers, so they're not very ideal. So yeah, so a counter to action to that. And meat grinders, on the other hand, can theoretically do decent against both. So meat grinders go 60. They also have really good damage these days. So if a dog is on your side, you can damage his wheels and you can sort of push him off. And that's the idea behind it. So meat grinders are theoretically you can fight a dog team and you can fight a hover team on it. Whereas on spider legs you can do one of the two, which is why you don't see them. Uh, so that's that. As for the gun, I wanted something that was like very well protected, but also had some decent damage, but also had decent range. So I ran a Mastodon meat grinder in Clan Wars last week, and it was pretty decent on a punny team. But I wanted something with like an actual medium to long range type of deal. And I didn't have Typhoons, or I didn't want to do a Scorpion meat grinder, so I did Kaiju. The Kaiju has recently got a buff in the sense that it doesn't have the slow anymore. So if anyone's not aware, the old Kaiju, whenever you had it fully charged, it would slow your build down to 45, I want to say, which basically made it unviable on any build. Because if you're on a hover, you can't afford to go that slow. If you're on a dog, you definitely can't afford to go that slow. And even if you're on a spider, if you're trying to push a team and you're, waiting at 45, the enemy team's just going to pull away from you, and again, you're too slow. So they changed it. Now it does not slow you down when it's fully charged, but it does have an overheat mechanic, so to speak. So when that bar in the middle is full, or a circle, it will shoot. So if you don't time it properly, you will basically waste your shot. You have a set period to actually get the shot off before it just fires anyway. Which is actually a really nice change. It's they needed some sort of drawback to it, so it's not overpowered. And this is a more skill-based type of deal because you have to think ahead with regards to when you charge and when you don't, because you don't want to waste a perk at the end of the day. So the reason for putting it on Mars Meat Grinder is that you have crazy damage. This build, so currently the damage at no perk is 970. If you do it with the fully charged Kaiju perk and the fully charged Mars, well, and the Mars perk, I should say, you get 1580 almost. Now, this build is with an Omamori because I haven't unlocked a Jackie yet. So eventually, I'm going to chuck a Jackie behind the cabin by here, where the Omamori is, onto the gun and the Jackie, obviously. You get a flat 20% damage boost when you do that, and you'll get a more power on the cabin as well, and it'll be nice and protected in the middle of the build. So when this eventually gets to Jackie, which I will do when I unlock it, you're looking at like 1850 damage in one shot with all three perks, with the full Jackie perk, with the Mars perk, and with the Kaiju perk. You're looking at about 1850-ish damage, which is insane. So that should be even better. As for the Omamori isn't placed on the cabin, it is placed on the gun, the Jenny, and the Colossus behind. The reason I didn't want it on the cabin is because it's basically pointless. So it'll if someone shoots me in a cabin, for instance, it'll soak up 300 damage, but the cabin's got 5.6k HP, and it's got the Grizzly perk, so because the cabin's out there in front, if anyone's shooting at the Kaiju, for instance, there's a decent chance you're going to hit the cab, and then I'm going to get the Grizzly perk, so that's a nice bonus. But if the Omamori was attached to the cab, it felt wasted, and I didn't want it to be overloaded from cab damage, and then someone hit my guns, and then I don't have the Omamori up type of deal. So I figured just having the Omamori on a journey, the gun and the Colossus was a better choice, and I think it's a better choice. As you can see, the gun is very well protected. Like I said, 5.6k HP, but it's got plenty of bumpers in front of the cab. It's got the armor slabs around the guns, and yeah, the Kaiju is very hard to strip. It seems to be anyway, or at least on paper. So here's the plan. I'm gonna take it in about 5 good games of PvP. I will cut out the boring games, if you want to say. There's a very good chance the build isn't slow by any means because it goes 60, but it's not exactly fast. So it might be games where I barely shoot any real players and I've just like farmed a bot and then a firebug teammate has killed everyone or something like that. So we'll have 5 decent games to see if it is any good. If I go into a game where I just get completely stomped, I will still show it because at the end of the day, I want to find out what the weaknesses of the build before Clan Wars next week. I want to try it if it's even viable. I don't want to just waste my time with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So at the moment, in terms of modules, got, like I said, Armor Mori, Colossus, Cloak, and a Doppler. I'm trying to think what I would swap it out for if I wasn't running Doppler, to be honest. I don't really know, do I? What would you put in? If you put a Jack in for Armor Mori when I get it, that's definitely a better choice. I guess it's a Verifier or something along those lines. Anyway, we'll figure it out when we get to it. Let's just chuck into PvP and see how it does. Okay, this is game 1. I forgot to mention in the intro, actually, people might be wondering, like, why are you bothering with a Colossus? Why not just put a Pegasus on? And the reason for that is because I felt it had enough mass anyway, but I actually get more power out of the Colossus. So with the Pegasus, I get 40% power from the actual engine, and I get 11%, I want to say, from the perk. So say 51 total. And on a Colossus, I get 55. And I get Mate. I get 55, and I get obviously the Colossus perk, which is pretty neat. Please, someone else jump up here. Nope, nobody's not going to off the double. Mars perks, that's got my teammates right next to me. Oh, come on, team! Bots in this game are the worst. Man, you run this with a Mastodon teammate, you're gonna do pretty well. That guy's stripped. Hello. Can you climb? I don't think you can climb the hill. Oh, you can't climb the hill. Can't climb the hill. That's mine. Yeah, the build itself is basically a giant steel brick, which is quite nice. I actually quite like that. Hey, go right. Pop Mars picture, it was going inside. Okay, game number 2. No, keep game number 1 actually. Match number 1, actually. Not game number 1. We'll keep match number 1 because I was actually pretty decent, I would say. Billiard. Oh yeah, PvP these days, this way is just they run scope others and stuff in actual PvP, and then as soon as Clan Wars comes, they switch to not very good. Ooh, we lost to them, I think. Yes, clearly remember what the carbon is now. Ow. Ow. Now get some range. Eventually, Groshard, I will deal with you. Oh, it's a Devourer I took in up as well. Holy shit. Bruh. Okay, full back. You are out of ammo. Oh! I mean, the Kaiju stayed on. I'm very impressed by that, to be honest. Bot, don't you dare. I mean, yeah, 10 out of 10 to be fair. Kaiju sparkling, but sparking. Sparkling? I don't know. Okay, game number 2 was a banger. Let's go. Damn, Nicholas OP. The hell? Wait, sure. Scheißen. Okay, that hurt. That also hurt. Sorry, very sorry. Nope. Okay, cannons on his ass a bit. Oh, okay, that's not good. Please help me. Team. Yeah. You know what, gosh, I'll get over here. Ooh, you're not fine. hovers. Ogre in, no. That was awesome. Right, this is actually game number 5, but we're gonna skip number 4 because I had like 3 Zuber teammates and they ended up killing everyone before I really did anything, so that wasn't a fair assessment. So yeah, this is game number 5, will count as the 4th game. Okay, good. Oh yeah. Help me. Dude. Strip? It's gotta be stripped, surely. Yeah. Oh, we lost one. Easy, please. Okay. We'll keep our actually, because I took some decent focus fire there. Okay, this is actually, we recorded the game, well, we played game number 6, but my teammates ended up doing most of the work by the time I actually got to the fight, and it was kind of boring, to be honest. So this is going to be game number 7, that's going to be the 5th I show, if it's any good. I also switched the Mars perk onto square button and the cloak onto down, because I had it the other way around, that was a bad idea. So we switched that about, and it should be better now. Oh yes, please, please let me hit whoever defeated. Oh, this is good. I wanted to test it against. Oh, it's Limajo. Hey, mate. Okay, I think he should turn down. Not sure if that was meant to happen. Oh, I confused which button. I thought my cloak was on. Wait. Which one's my cloak on? Which one's cloak? Oh my god, I've forgotten. Never switch buttons around. Well, my build just took an absolute kick in, so that was cool. Right, down is cloak. Jesus Christ. Whew. Man, when you get heat. Yeah. Yeah, okay, this build works. Yeah, it works pretty well, actually. I messed up my buttons in the last game and it still did decent. Oh, I forgot my buttons, I should say. So yep, that's the build. It, as you can see, did pretty damn well, I think. I'll definitely try out in Clan Wars next week. And yeah, the meat grinders are pretty good on it. I think this will do better on meat grinders than like a Bygram Kaiju or an NL Kaiju would, to be honest, just like getting mobility. Like I always go 60, which is really nice. I could even swap the Colossus out for a Golden Eagle, to be honest, and go 70. But that depends on your team and your comp and whatnot. But yeah, it did really, really well. We didn't lose the Kaiju once, I don't think. But the only time we looked like sorry, the only time we looked like we were gonna get killed was actually from just getting cabbed. So that's really good. That's a really good sign. So I don't have to worry about the Kaiju getting stripped for the most part. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll probably there's the clan Battlefield Uranium clan thingy on the weekend, so I might stream that. Depends what kind of builds I get for it, because everyone we played the legend and I got up to 1650, but everyone was running the bloody equalizer glitch build. I can't remember who made it, but yeah, it's a really pain in the ass to fight. So for 13k, I've got something to deal with that, hopefully, and we'll give that a try out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and it's safe to say that the Kaiju is definitely back, well, better than it was for sure. Might actually be kind of back in the meta a little bit. I mean, if you're looking for a legendary, if you wanted to buy one legendary in the game that was, yeah, if you were strapped for coins, actually, a Kaiju on its own might not actually be a bad idea. Pretty cheap, you know. And the meat grinders did really, really well because they can chase down hovers at 60, so that's good. And if dog is on you, you can just push him out of the way. You have really good power, really good mass with it. Well, not always push him out of the way, but you can deal with dogs better than like a spider would in a 1v1, for instance. And there's a chance of your ogre's really messing up his wheels and messing up his frame and whatnot to be in with a good angle. So, yeah, that went really well. And thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you probably for a video on the weekend.